Right, welcome back everybody. This is part 2 of episode 3. I've got John with me again, and we promised to make the the flight fun as usual, so stick around. We are now at L35, this Big Bear airport, and we're quickly going to look around here. Then we're going to do at least one circuit just to make sure we can actually land this plane now. It was kind of funny earlier. I've not had a bounce like that in ages. So anyway, forgive me for that. We'll try our best this time, and then we'll continue to Palm Springs, which, as we are looking at the runway now, is to our right-hand side. So we're just going to go over those mountains and start our descent down to Palm Springs. But while we are here, I just want to quickly have a little bit of a look around, see what is potting at this particular airport.
Good afternoon, Nico. Glad to be with you, sir.
Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us. Right. So I've stopped my own reception of the stream. I don't want to send and receive. And we shall start looking around now. All right. I actually love this whole area, John. I mean, look at this place. It really is nice. That lake over there is so inviting. Imagine you've got a little boat there and you can just relax, have a barbecue. No care in the world. Just relax. And then we've got the airport here. I mean, imagine having breakfast here at the restaurant and just watching the aircraft, getting in your own one, flying around. Must be amazing.
Especially after 9 holes of golf.
Yeah. Or if you want to go play on a different golf course, you can put everything in your little aircraft and you just go. Not much to see, but look at all these hangars. I mean, there's a lot of aircraft that's being stored at this place. There's a hell of a lot of hangars over here. That's not part of the airport. That portion is. And I mean, all these little houses right here. It's so cool. Oops. Looks so nice. All the industry things around here. Man, we parked very far off today. Let's see, we've got wind at 257 at 13. I'm now on live weather, not the historical weather. It looks like a very fine day. Look, no cloud, John. Looks very
Yeah, I
fine today.
noticed.
Yeah,
I did wonder if you were still on the historical.
no, I changed it now. Look at this nice. How do we go down again? Page down. Look at this nice little clubhouse here. Huh?
Just a shame we haven't got a little bit of active traffic.
Yeah. I still haven't figured that one out because I did a reinstall of my ultimate traffic, but it's not there. I don't know. I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole of this morning where everything broke. So I'll rather fly. We can fix that some other time. Anyway, I mean, Orbx really put a lot of effort into this little airport. I mean, it's so small, but it is really well done.
A lot of detail.
Yeah. All right, and this is our little bird over here. So let's go get in and do our thing. All right, the nice thing with P3D is you just press B and it sets your altimeter for you. You don't even have to look it up. Let's see if our trim wheel works. There we go.
Have you put a notice on the site that you're live?
Well, this isn't for Zebos, so I can't really put a notice.
Okay, okay.
And this aircraft wants to idle at a leaner than rich setting, otherwise the spark plugs clog up and then you get all kinds of issues with the magnetos, just like in the real aircraft, so you've got to be careful with this one.
What? I'm looking to see what she's ticking over at. I know my ticking over was 800.
Oh, this one's ticking at 400 at this point in time, not much.
RPMs?
Yeah, it's about 400 now.
That's low. That is low.
Very low. We're gonna keep it at about, let's put it at about 500. Make sure that it actually warms up in time. There we go, it's at 600 now.
Warm the oil up.
Yeah, we don't want to have any issues, so messages we can
Is
check.
she air cooled or water cooled?
System
This
test
engine, would you know?
okay.
That's a good question. No, I don't. This is probably air cooled.
Yeah, my aircraft was air cooled.
Yeah, no, this is probably air cooled.
In all honesty, I feel safer with an air cooled rather than water.
Yeah,
You get a
because
hose going, you're in trouble.
exactly. Alright, so we're going to take off from runway 26 again. And I think I'm going to do, I'm not even going to, sorry?
You got a long trek back, haven't you?
No. Yeah, the runway's right there. Just off my nose on the right. So that's not a problem.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. You came all the way back, didn't you?
Yeah. Now the nice thing with this aircraft is it remembers my fuel. It remembers the load. It remembers everything. It's like, you know, a real world aircraft would have behaved. So we're going to basically take off with the same weights that we had when we came in, which means that the circuit will be kind of the same weights and kind of same landing weights. So if we get a proper landing now, I'm going to feel much better.
And fuel-wise?
Well, we've got almost 50% fuel left, so we're okay. I topped up to 60% before we left Santa Barbara, so it's used a bit, but not that much. Let's see what this sign is saying. Turn left 10 degrees after departure to avoid school 1 mile west of school. Oh yes, I saw there was a school.
You need to do that.
Yeah. We've got 44%, 38 gallons of total fuel. So it means we used about 16% of our fuel to get here. I also see, yeah, I also see we used a little bit of oil, but I mean that's within tolerances, so we're not scared of that. So let's go for land fuel pump strobe. And this time, sir, we are flying real time. So currently real time is 0758. That is the actual real time at this airport.
Good time to get airborne. It's cooler in the day.
Absolutely.
And considering we're at altitude.
Yeah. Right, before we go on there, let's just...
I used to like to fly either first thing in the morning,
yeah,
or late at night, about an hour before dusk.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good times with small aircraft. Okay, so let's see if we can remember anything from flight training.
I've got my pad out, I'm marking you, so be on your best.
I'll try. Ah, you can feel this wind. What did they say, 10 degrees left or right? Because there's the school as far as I know. Left. Maybe
Left.
the school is the other one. Well, that's the opening over there, so let's take the opening. I think that's the school. I don't know. Can't remember what it said. Sorry.
There's 10 degrees left, I remember that specifically.
Okay, cool. We did it. I listened to you.
I
Right.
almost wrote it down.
Yeah, I thought I would remember it, so I didn't write it down. My bad.
Why are we doing a couple of circuits to gain some height?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just want to be around about circuit altitude, which should be very close to where we are now. And I just want to do that one touch and go, see that we can actually get this aircraft on the ground without too many bounces and silliness.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Yeah, earlier that was
I
pathetic.
don't want to be privy. I don't want to be privy to it.
No man. I need your moral support here.
You're going to do a short final?
Yeah, we don't have to go too far.
Look back 45 degrees, a little bit more to go, yeah. Still a bit more. Oh, we are doing a short one.
Yeah, we're not that high. Right. We're on the poppy there.
This is bringing back so many memories.
For
I used to
sure.
have circuits to
Yeah. You won't believe it, the last circuits I didn't fly myself, but I was flying, well, enjoying the flight with my other pilot
500.
friend. We were flying a Robinson R22 helicopter circuits at night at Wonderboom Airport. That was the last proper circuits that I ever flew in my life.
pull the stick back, bleed the speed off, drop the flaps. That's a nice angle to come in at.
Yeah. Tell you what, this wind is working me, eh? It's a 13 knot wind. scared of the bounce. Now I'm overreacting. Ah, there we go.
I'll settle for that one, Nico.
Yeah, it's not the best one, but yeah.
Carry it up.
We didn't bounce, and we were in the air when we went up and down the route, so let's do one more. Let's do one more before we leave.
Are you questioning your own ability again?
I am, believe it or not, I am. I don't like it. I'm too much of a perfectionist. If I get the same results, I'll go. But I'm pretty sure I can do better than that.
The worst thing I ever did, I bounced and I put the nose forward.
Yes, you'll
Never,
take off.
Ever
Yeah.
put the nose forward.
Nope.
Never.
You'll take off that front wheel quick.
That is a no. I went down on my nose. And of course I bounced again.
Yeah.
My car instructor was having a blue fit.
Alright, can you imagine? It's like...
I only did it once, Nico.
Yeah,
I learned by it.
Yeah. It's
I
like...
got away with it structural wise.
Yeah, that's good. But it's like flying a tail dragger and then hitting the toe brakes when you're too fast. Yes, have you seen how those things flip over if you do that?
Absolutely. They scared the hell out of me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Tail draggers. It's not the sort of aircraft I think I would enjoy flying.
No, me neither.
Dakotas, for instance. Weren't they the C-42s?
DC-3s and the C-47s.
DC-3, that was it. DC-3. And you know where I saw? I must have seen about 20 of them. Nassau. In the 80s.
Well, in South Africa,
I think they used...
Yeah.
I think what they used to use them for was the island hopping within the Bahamas.
Yeah. In South Africa, they used to be the workhorse of our Air Force, and I mean they were very popular, so you would find them all over the place here as well.
Such a strong aircraft, aren't they?
Definitely. I've seen pictures, I've got them somewhere here, where SAM 7 missiles were fired at them. They take out the whole tailplane and they still fly them back full of troops and land safely.
Yeah, still there.
Yeah.
Still up in the sky.
Yeah. And those were made in the days when things were made to last.
Twin engine, that's all they were.
Slow as hell, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Strong as anything.
Yeah. I mean, the drag on them must have been terrible because of the shape of them, but they did exactly the job they were designed for.
Yep.
500.
Ooh, I overshot that center line by far.
I'll have to send you some screen prints of my logbook one of the days.
Okay, let's see if we can do this now. This wind, look at the life it's brought into this plane. Wow.
So a nice angle that is to come out of.
Yeah.
Don't want to scare you, but you got a 767 behind you, 2 miles
No,
back.
man, no, man, no, man. This thing is so sensitive. This thing is so sensitive. If you just pull slightly, this whole nose just goes up. I wish I could set the sensitivity less.
You just about got away with that.
Yeah, I'm going to change this. John, I don't lie. I hardly touch this yoke. I mean, look at the pressure there. You're gonna see it now, and this is the way I'm trying to fly it, and then it just lifts that nose. So let's do one more.
Why don't you do another one, Nick?
That's what I said. Let's do another one because it's getting better. It's getting better.
I wish I knew how to adjust my yoke. There's all sorts of things I'd love to be able to do with it.
What do you want? What do you want to change?
A better feel. Well, just to get a better feel of it. It's like what it's overreacted as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but if you look at your control sensitivity in X-plane, all the sliders on the left, that is your yoke. So move them around, left, right, until you find the right place. The augmentation stuff on the right-hand side, you never touch. That's always zero. Always, always zero.
Okay.
Otherwise, you mess up Zebo's artwork. Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm looking for the normal delay that you would get, for instance, in a 738 100. You would have a delay. There's always a delay.
Well, I always pull my sliders to the full right. If you read my install manual, you'll see that. Because if you pull them to the far right, I'm talking about the sliders on the left-hand side, it gives you the sense of weight. Because if they are all left, it's like you're flying a pit special. You know, you touch it and it just goes.
And that is exactly my problem. So I'll do that then, and you've got all of yours to the right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try that. Hopefully I'll be a lot happier.
Most people I give the information to tell me they're much happier afterwards, so you should be fine.
It's just I need to do it, Nico, because I'm looking for that feel that you would get for real, you know, not this artificial. I'm sort of lifting a paper plane up.
Well, this is the thing. Just pull all of the ones on the left-hand side to the far right, and all the ones on the far right must come to the far left. That's all. So they basically need to meet in the middle, all 6 sliders. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah, I've got that. My pitch is 100%, my roll is 100%, the yaw is 100%.
And the augmentation?
All to the left. Everything to the left. Pitch, roll, yaw, all on, pushed over to the left. Everything on control response is over to the right.
Then it should be correct.
Yeah, but it still doesn't feel the way I think it should feel.
Sorry about that. Just play with the ones on the left. Don't even touch the augmentation ones.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if this is our last try now.
It's only last if it's a good one. If it's not a good one, you'll be doing it again.
I suppose. You know me well.
I know, Nico. See, I can see the delay in what you're doing, and that's what I'm looking for.
See, now we've bounced flipping again. I'm not even gonna try.
Bouncy, bouncy, nose, nose.
Ooh, and these people are going, who's this cowboy? Get his tail number. We want that number. We want to find the FAA. This guy's flying like
Those
a
settings
beluga.
don't look right, Nico.
No, they don't.
I mean, I know you've got wind, but that's just not right. It's too severe what you've done.
Absolutely. Calibration.
Go back to 50% of what you've just altered.
Yeah. Oh, footsack, man.
You see that post I put onto you? I've been a good boy today. I've actually eaten.
Yeah. I LOL'd you when you said that. That was funny.
I never think about food, Nico.
Don't sink.
I've done
Don't
very
sink.
well. I actually
Don't
forced
sink.
myself to have some porridge
Don't
this
sink.
morning. That is
Don't
not me
sink.
at all. And
Shame.
I've had a round of sandwiches for my lunch.
Excellent.
She
500.
looks a lot better, actually.
Well, I hope.
Well, I'm watching you, and the response is looking a hell of a lot better than what it was. Understanding the fact that when you're on flaps and you slow down, the response changes.
Sure. But it should still be controllable, and that aircraft previously was not really
Absolutely.
controllable. Right, so here we go again. Come on. I hate this. One more time then. I hate this. How can it be so difficult?
Too fast. I didn't notice your landing speed.
The problem is I can actually feel the aircraft sinking. Alright, so the balance between the sink and the too fast is not, the difference is not very much. So it's a very fine line with this aircraft. Oh man.
Try to stick at 65 and see what it's like there.
The problem is the wind makes it change. So you can aim for 65, but the wind makes it change. Because I'm watching that needle and then it goes too fast and it goes too slow. John, I'm gonna beat this thing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna beat this thing.
Well, you know, we're doing just a couple of circuits before we move on. Mr. Bouncy.
Shush. Shush. That's not polite.
If it makes you get it right next time, it's Mr. Bouncy. One bounce is acceptable, two, definitely not.
Yeah, but what I don't get is, okay, listen to this argument. This thing weighs a couple of 100 kilograms. This thing isn't a feather. It's not supposed to bounce like this. Really? Just ridiculous. It's like at that last moment when you go into ground effect, it's like there's no more weight in the aircraft. It's like it becomes a feather. No, it's not a stone. This is a feather because I just touch the control column and it pitches the nose up. You don't need that in your life. Seriously.
500.
Watch your speed like a hawk. Slight overcook.
Shh. 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 Not so loud.
Still a little bit fast.
I'm at 60 almost.
65 you're looking for.
Now that I can live with. What do you think?
I'll settle for that.
Right, okay.
Still did a little bounce, but I'll settle for that. The speed was a lot better.
Hey Paul, yeah, we're practicing. We had some good ones and some bad ones, and we're fiddling with the controller sensitivity and things like that. I actually think, you know what, let's just quickly add a little bit more sensitivity in there. Because one of the things that I'm thinking of that might actually happen is I'm overreacting because the aircraft doesn't react fast enough to my inputs. And then I pull it, you understand? I pull too hard. So let's just add that in there. Okay, John, last one then. Okay, let's see what it
said
says.
that three attempts before.
I know, but let's just see. Okay. Paul, are you okay, buddy? Did you have a good day so far? I seem to feel it's around about 60. that's when I can feel it's like I'm losing the aircraft. Then I start to sink. So about 60. And that obviously is dependent on the load and with the current load we're talking.
How does the sensitivity feel at flying the circuit?
Over here, at this speed, it's perfect. It's when we flare, that's when things change. That's when things really annoy
When
me.
we're on minimums on speed.
Yeah.
I used to have a Whistler on my aircraft if I got below.
Oh, this one also got it. I actually heard it once activate here as well. That's something like that. Paul, I'm not sure.
Sound.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, I'm thinking about 5 knots to 10 knots more. Not sure exactly. It all depends on the load, my friend. The current load would probably be around about 65 to 70, somewhere there. When we get...
The fact that we're at altitude is going to make a difference as well.
Yeah, of course. This is a totally different ballgame because your density altitude is totally different here.
Yep. And based on that, we should be coming in faster.
We're supposed to.
Yeah.
But the problem is if I come in faster, then the nose, the shoot up that I get when I lift the nose up is worse. So then I tend to compensate by slowing down, which is
500.
probably the biggest mistake that I make. Then I overcompensate completely because I don't have the control that I think I should have.
Why
Let's
can't
see.
you do your flare over the runway? I mean, if that runway's long enough.
Yeah, I think
float down the runway.
Yeah.
And let it settle as you bleed off the speed.
Yeah, I think that's a good option there. See, now that I've added the flaps, start to climb if I go too much above 65. So let's see. One bounce. I'm gonna cry. I swear I'm gonna cry. If I pull it too much, this whole nose lifts so much. You hardly touch this freaking nose. Paul, it happened before you were here, my friend. Please, please, please don't think it's your fault. This is an ongoing fight.
You are number one jinx.
Yeah, but
You're officially.
Yeah, Sam, but this is. Yeah, no, don't. Sam, no, this is honestly, this is on me and this silly aircraft. We need to figure out what we need to do here.
Try what I said, Nico.
What?
Do your flare about 10 feet above the ground and very slowly bleed your speed off and see how she can settle.
Okay. Woman's doing it. Let's do that.
The fact that you've leveled off, I shouldn't imagine you're going to have to do a great deal to bleed the speed off anyway. It'll automatically bleed off.
Sure. Paul, as far as I know, yes it is. Both P3D and X-Plane is CAA and FAA certifiable, and I don't think they'll get that if it's not modeled. Obviously, in X-Plane you need the professional version to unlock certain features, but I think that's the basics of flying. I think that would very much be part of both simulations.
$500.
Well, I don't think that's any of the problem. The problem here is that this aircraft becomes too light. It becomes like a feather all of a sudden, and then I overreact. And that could be because of my reactions and the combination of the sensitivity of the controls, etc, etc. Because coming in like this, I mean, this is perfect. Look at that. That is absolutely perfect approach. There's no reason to think you're going to bounce. So let's see what happens now. Because we fiddled now with so many different things. Well, that was almost the best one all evening. John?
I think you're beating yourself up too much. I think the fact that it's altitude, time of day. Let's find out. Let's find out how we do when we're at lower altitude.
All right, that makes sense. So we're going off to Palm Springs then. Let's go. Let's see how we land over there. I can tell you what, John, I think this is going to be a bit of a practice for me in the week as well, you know, to come back here, just experiment a little bit with this aircraft.
Because it's altitude, Paul, full flaps, I think would create far too much drag.
Yeah. Yeah, that could also be it, now that I think about it. Okay,
Maybe,
so
maybe you don't need full
flaps. Yeah. Well, there's one way to try that theory, and that's to go do it. Let's see.
This is, you're flying, not me. Nothing to do with me. I'm just watching, and I'm sure Paul's doing exactly the same.
Yeah, well, with you two instructors on board, I'm not going to disappoint you. So let's go try it. go try it. Let's see what happens.
You're right, Paul. The air is thinner. A lot thinner. Trust me, he's in his element when he does his circuits anyway. So he's not complaining.
Yeah, I know. Because I mean, when I'm here, look here, when I pull back ever so slightly, this thing doesn't overreact. It goes where I want it to go. But damn it, when we get into that flare.
No, it's perfect.
Okay, we're gonna try again.
I think he's already dizzy, to be honest, Paul.
No, actually no. There's a bit of a mountain on the other side, so I don't really think you can do.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do
Left-hand
teardrop.
circuit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do teardrop turns if we want to actually play with circuits there. And it's gonna be very tight. I'm a bit high. Alright, so we're going to go to approach flaps, but not full flaps, and give it a bash.
Okay. You're
500.
not going to do any harm.
No,
Do one or two things. You'll bounce even more, or you won't bounce at all.
yeah, and then we know for next time. And then we can teach someone else again.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was the best of them all. I think that was the best of them all. What do you guys think? That was
Well, there's
really...
only one way to prove it. And you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah.
Go for it then.
Don't sink.
And
Don't
while
sink.
while you're
Don't
powering
sink.
up and getting away and doing it,
Don't sink.
do exactly the
sink.
same again,
Don't
and I'll get a
sink.
refill.
Don't sink.
Why have I
Don't
got a
sink.
black screen?
Don't sink.
No, it's gonna go away just now.
No,
Don't
no, no,
sink.
no, no. I wasn't bothered
sink.
about the camera.
Don't
What I
sink.
was interested in was you doing
Don't
it
sink.
again.
Yeah.
Don't
I
sink.
know, but I want to see what it
Don't
looks
sink.
like.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Well, that wasn't a bounce. That was not a bounce. The front wheel lifted a little bit and then came back down, but the back wheels stayed firmly on the ground.
You got to remember that we see it about 12 seconds after you've seen it.
Yeah, okay, but it's coming.
As you're saying it, you're still landing.
Mm.
So maybe there's a lesson learned somewhere here.
I'm gonna go read up on it. See what they say. But not right now. From now, I'm gonna do one more circuit. Go grab your whatever you need. Thank you, Paul. Pretty good. I think so too. And then we're off to Palm Springs.
If you get it right this time, I promise I won't use that word.
Thank you so much. Go grab your coffee and come back. We want to fly. We'll talk soon.
I got promotion, Paul, today, second officer from training, second officer. Thank you, I was quite pleased with myself. I did it on 6 flights.
500.
Just under the week.
Yeah. Right, here we go again.
Same configuration.
Yes, on approach flaps, not landing flaps. That's it, no bounce, perfect. Perfect, Uncle John.
Maybe we've sussed it. Maybe we've sussed it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've got much better control over the aircraft if I don't use that final flap. Much more. I mean, it looks super stable, it feels super stable. It's a pleasure to come and land like this.
Well, you need to substantiate it now with detail on reading it up.
Yeah, gonna have to do that. Right, so now we need to get over these mountains. So we're gonna have to climb a little bit.
Just a small worry, just only a small worry. Can we please double check the fuel? Just before we go too
There's
far.
the fuel, there's the fuel. We've still got plenty left.
And you happy with our load?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay, fine.
I'll show you the calculations there.
Avoid that scroll as well.
Yeah. Basically what that tells us, you'll see there now, we're doing range is 204 statute miles, 178 nautical miles range with the fuel that we have right now.
Evening, Kevin.
How's it given? Paul,
You've
that's...
watched, you've missed all the fun, Kev.
Sorry, John. Paul, just to answer you quickly, this is
Terrain
a
ahead.
flap
Terrain
effect.
ahead.
It also comes in with practice, but this is actually a flap effect.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
When you have high winds, you don't use full flaps. When there's turbulence,
Terrain ahead.
you don't land full
Terrain
flaps.
ahead.
Even in the Zebo, you don't do that. So in terms of the high density
Terrain
altitude
ahead.
that we are facing
Terrain
here at
ahead.
this airport, it obviously means no full flaps either.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Don't
Terrain
worry,
ahead.
Auntie, we're gonna make it.
You're just going to creep over, mate. You're all
Terrain
right.
ahead.
Yeah,
Terrain ahead.
but the Auntie's going crazy.
Only
Yeah.
just.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
See, this is that area that I'm thinking is a ski area, you know, like a ski resort you guys have in winter. Very, very possible.
I'm not giving you any points for this part.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll put away that clipboard quickly.
You're welcome.
Right, so we've got about 30 odd nautical miles down to Palm Springs. We just have to clear over these mountains and then it's downhill.
Have we got a route through?
Yes, sir.
Are we going through those two there?
No, we're going slightly to the left. When you do a replay in P3D, you can't do it in spot view. It has to be on that fixed spot view thing, whatever they call that. Let's just check that name. Locked spot. And when you come back to normal flight, you can't use it because it shudders the whole time. It makes you airsick if you try and do that.
You're running this on autopilot.
Negative. No, flying behind.
I'm only asking.
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't buy it. Just saying. Well, it will be more responsive because the air is thicker and it will make the control planes more responsive. You know, there's more to respond to and with than at this altitude, and I think that's one of the reasons why we don't use full flaps when landing at altitude, because you know, you're creating more drag than you should, making you a brick faster, which is one of the reasons we bounce. So by limiting the air surface that's interacting with the air, the thin air, we're reducing the risk of becoming a brick. Because you don't need that much air surface now at altitude. I mean, everything is less. Ooh, look at this. This looks gorgeous. Wow.
It does.
Now down in the valley here, you've got all those wind farms. You guys will see it. And obviously we've got the mountain winds. I can feel them tug at me already. And there's loading the scenery again.
This is an area where you've got to be well aware of updraft surface.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't be shocked when you get thrown about a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Very much so when you've got a very hot day.
Yeah, well, we've got 9 degrees Celsius there on the dial, so it's not that hot.
Yeah, but what's the temperature down on the deck? Mind you, because of the altitude we're at, I shouldn't imagine it's overly warm.
Yeah.
As a comparison, it's totally different to what you would get, say, for instance, in Wales.
Well, I'm thinking about what you said and what I just responded. I think I'm going to have to really sit down and think about it, because there's
you need
got
to do some research.
Yeah, I need to go and read up again.
For your own peace of mind, you need to do a read up on it. I'm going to do exactly the same, don't you worry.
Yeah, because I mean, it's going to bug me now if I don't go and research this now, just to get my mind at ease
you've got a
again.
logical mind.
Yeah.
And you need to know the logic of it.
Yeah. Because basically what Paul says is he's actually correct, and I might have actually said the complete opposite, but he's actually correct. The aircraft is more responsive at high altitude, low density. I think that the whole thing comes down to, again, it's the control surfaces. You need less control surfaces and a little bit higher speed to achieve the same thing than when you are fighting against a high density air, you know. And in high density air, you've got more to hold on to, whereas up here you don't have much to hold on to, so it's much more responsive.
Correct.
Yeah, it's much more responsive. Yep. That makes more sense, Paul. I hope that makes more sense.
It does to me.
Yeah. See what happens when I just think about it. Maybe I must just be slower on the talk, you know, just think about it a little bit longer.
Equate it more in terms of drag.
Yeah. See, now I press shift and F4 because that was my outside view, or is my outside view in X-Plane, and S is the outside view in P3D. Right, what is our weather at this place? What's the wind like? 160 at 8 knots.
Reasonable.
Oh, it's a straight in. So, cool. Also, Paul, another thing.
7 p.m. UK time.
What about that? What about 7 p.m.?
Just reminding you, F1.
Oh,
I will be disappearing at 7 p.m.
Okay, good. Yeah, okay, that is true, Paul, but then also we had a 13 knot wind to take care of. So whatever you lose in density altitude, you gain back from wind blowing against you, you know, which also then changes the scenario. So I'll read up a little bit and go think about this again. Here we go. These are the wind farms. Look at all these turbines standing here.
I know the one person that would answer this straight away.
Me too. I know two at least that can answer. Three. I know three.
All to do with clouds.
Yeah. Or tweaking or chemicals. Alright,
Take a
well,
pick.
yeah. There's the runways. There. Landing altitude. That's a very good question.
Yeah, QNH.
477 feet. And QNH, I have no idea. In P3D, we just press the B button and it auto sets. So whatever the hell it is. So let's see the METAR. The METAR says 2976.
Okay. Are you going to do the same on takeoff flaps?
No, because we are now at 477 feet. So I'm going to do full flaps. If that's a mistake, then we go around and we do a
I didn't realise we lost
approach.
some altitude.
Paul, I'm going to try a normal landing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Be interesting if it's a touch and go. We're going
Yeah.
to try it again.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we've tried it at high altitude. We are now going to try it almost at sea level. I mean, 477 feet is nothing. And then we'll decide. Because if it means we land this aircraft with approach flaps from now on, just to have decent landings, then we do that. Then I'll go to their forums and ask them, what's the story? You know, I mean, there must be a logical reason for it or a way to counter it, because I don't understand the logic behind that. Then you understand. So we'll work it out. Look at the wind now; it's picking up all of a sudden. Damn it! Well, payload, except for the little bit of fuel
500.
burn, is exactly the same. Okay, there we are, full flaps now.
I never use the 3-degree landing ratio with a light aircraft.
I don't care for that either. Fly visual. Well, over here it's exactly the same kind of a situation as if we did the high altitude landing with approach flaps. Still have the same little silly bounce.
We bounced.
I don't want to be funny, but I mean, I come in so slow and so peaceful, and then it does that. It's like the aircraft isn't heavy enough to stay on the runway once it's done the touchdown. I don't think it's about the velocity. I don't think it's the foot per minute that we touch down. It's not like a rubber ball. We're not forcing, a bounce. This is like the stupid thing just doesn't stay on the ground. I don't know. We'll have to practice, Paul. We'll have to, Kevin, sorry. Is that bloody runway? Somewhere there. Damn, check these antenna. Look where they are. Wow. Alright, shall we try again? This time we're coming in on approach flaps.
$500.
Ah, this is such a peaceful approach. Look at this. There's no shaking, no weirdness.
Done many of these short finals. Loved them. Loved them.
Okay, I try and fold that now. And you still get the double squeak, so I'm not sure. It's probably, again, it's that front wheels screeching.
But there was no bounce.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Let's go have a quick coffee and then we start leg number 4. Alright, let's just see how are we gonna taxi. Okay, left then right. I'm pretty sure that's not how we're supposed to taxi in the real world, but my sim, so I can do what I want.
You wait until the tower starts hollering at you.
You! What on earth are you doing? Right, so let's get a damage report if there is anything. Left tire will need replacing soon. Tire showing considerable wear. Okay. There we
Get it
go.
done while you're down here.
Yeah. There you go. Both of them have been repaired. Nice condition. We don't see any other maintenance issues. So let's see. Oil we can top up a little bit. And then we can refuel for sure. Right, 67% should be enough. Let's quickly look at our flight plan. Let me show you guys what I have on screen here. Right, so this is the little nav map. This is the leg we've just flown. So let's quickly do this. Open our flight plan, go to the next one. Now it's thinking. Right, so we have... Why is it taking so long? Come on. ...245 nautical miles. It's talking about 2 hours and 27 minutes. Oof. Okay, that's going to be a long leg. So if we look at... okay, man. Right. So if we're looking at the endurance, we've got 4 hours and 53 minutes worth of fuel now, and we can do 700 nautical miles. So that's more than enough for the next leg. Excellent. Right, let's go explore a little bit, see what this place looks like. Signature.
We can't see because your graph's still up.
I have removed it. You'll see it will disappear just now.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about that 12-second delay.
No worries. Oh, this is awesome scenery. Awesome scenery.
I wonder what the cafeteria is like.
I'll go show you now. But we're going to the Lani place, that side. We're not going to go to this place.
You're special, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Must be. Look at all these cars. Man, these guys put a lot of detail in here. Wow, what it must be nice to just walk around here. Ooh, the kids are playing there. Okay, well, that was a very hard Superman bounce there. Ooh, my kids would love that. Well, the little one. The big one's grown out of this now, but that's cool.
You go and walk about.
Yeah. That's probably mommy looking at the daughter there. So, let's go look, see what's happening here. Paul, no man. man.
You don't have to work very hard on it, Paul.
Oh, there is a nice guy with a suitcase.
He's walking in bloody circles, silly beggar.
Well, there's a Starbucks. Flight information. Man, I like what this place looks like.
This is what you call scenery, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Well, let's go walk a little bit outside and then come back. I want to go upstairs there in that big building. I want to see what's there. Ooh, there's a loo. Anybody wants to go quickly? Oh, this place is big. I love that it's so open. I mean, you can really come and stand here and really enjoy the sights and the aircraft. For sure, Paul, very impressive. I mean, imagine just bringing some samis, some sandwiches. You come and sit and have picnic here, or you come and watch the aircraft here from Starbucks. I mean, wow. So cool. I mean, I don't mind paying for scenery like this. Honestly, this, whoever did this or the team who did this, can you imagine? Huh?
This is the sort of scenery that we dream about.
Yeah,
This is Cloudy's idea of class, isn't it?
I'm sure. Ah, there's that woman, and she's still on the phone. But there's the guy she's been waiting for. I don't know if you guys saw my video from Catalina. This woman was doing exactly the same thing there, and I was thinking she was waiting for this bugger to come and pick her up. Now he's also not interested. She's still standing there talking on the phone. He's probably waiting for her now to get off the phone so they can have a good conversation. Okay, well, lady, I'm glad you found your man. Thanks very much. Bye bye.
She can rabbit though, can't she?
Wow. Yeah.
I'd hate her phone bill.
She's probably doing it collect. We don't know who's on the other side.
Yeah, she could have received the call.
That too.
Get off the bloody phone, you stupid woman.
Okay, let's go. Let's go upstairs that side. Let's go have a look, see what we can see there. Let's run. Beep beep, lady. Sorry. Ooh, hang on. Is this gonna work for us?
Did you knock her over?
I knocked her over. I'm terribly sorry. My bad. I was in a hurry.
Naughty, innit?
Ooh, check this place.
Up the escalator. Up the escalator.
Wow, what a vantage point. Check that.
What a scenery.
Wow. Those
I thought
aloes look good.
Catalina Island was good.
Yeah. Hey, this looks like my buddy Costa. How's it, Costa? Well, not bad. She's doing window shopping. That's one thing for sure. These overhead, whatever the hell you call this, canvas. That's one thing that's missing from the explain scenery. That guy never put that into our scenery. Oh, these people seem to be relaxing quite a bit. This is awesome. Very nice. I love it. And I suppose we can go in. I know we can't go into the top section, but let's see what's inside here. Ooh, nothingness. Lots of nothingness. Looks like we'll have to pull a Superman again. Well, I hope you guys liked that. That was kind of nice. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just break the stream quickly and then just restart it so we keep in line with our episodes that was planned beforehand. And I'll check you guys in a minute or two.
Okie dokie.